Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got what used to be known as Uncut Unfiltered the Younger. Now it has been rebadged as Desert Colt. Let's get it. Bottle drop, bottle drop, bottle Honestly, Uncut Unfiltered is probably one of my favorites from Smoke Wagon. When I was out in Vegas with the wife and we were staying at the Venetian, they were selling this bottle right here. They were selling pours of this bottle for $25 an ounce. And I didn't want to do it because I always get a double neat. But I wind up pulling the trigger. Now it cost me $50 because I got a double neat. Was it worth $50? No, it was not. They were charging, I believe it was $50 an ounce for the Uncut Unfiltered. You know, I hadn't had any Smoke Wagon, and I was like, you know what, I'm on vacation. You only live once, YOLO. So I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do it. I was disappointed. I mean, it's just, you know, it's an average pour at best. You know, it wasn't $50 a pour good. But anyway, well, $25 a pour good. But anyway, when I saw that they came out with a Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered the Younger, I was like, man, that seems like that's going to be pretty interesting. And it kind of got mixed reviews on YouTube. I'm not going to say I stayed away from it because of that. No, I stayed away from it because I just couldn't find it. So, you know, it wasn't by choice. But I will say this, it's got you know, decent flavors, but we'll get into that in a minute. I got to give a shout out to my brother Brian. He said that is a hill that he is willing to die on, that this is better than the Uncut Unfiltered at half the price. I was just at the Virginia ABC the other day. It was the Kingstown store, and they had it for about $84 to $85. So, you know, I was like, wow, that is pretty steep. And I am not exactly sure what are you getting for the 85 versus 40. I mean, look, when I looked it up online, they say that it is pretty much 4-year-old juice. This right here could be anywhere from 4 to, I guess, 6-year-old. You know, I bought this bottle back in 2022. It was the date that it was bottled was December 15th, 2021. And I know I didn't get this bottle until 2022. So that is a question that you kind of got to ask yourself. Do I want to spend $85 and still not know what, you know, the age of the juice in this bottle is, or just go for the younger stuff? Let's get it to the nose. A little bit of apples, not like sour green apples, but like a little bit of apples on the nose. Now I did get it down to the shoulder a little bit when I did first get it home. I was getting a little bit of ethanol. That has calmed down. I am not getting as much ethanol on the nose. Right now it is mainly red apples. And there's like almost like a gummy strawberry, like candy fruit note in there. A little bit of cinnamon. All right, let's get it on the palate. All that was on the nose. That cinnamon, that like gummy strawberry candy note transferred over to the palate. Not so much the apples. There is a little bit of a drying to the palate. Heavy cinnamon, and it doesn't have a bad mouthfeel. For 40 something bucks, man, that is coming across pretty good. Now, one thing that I will give Smoke Wagon over all of the manufacturers out there are their bottles. I mean, Their bottles, like these embossed bottles, or these raised bottles, they are beautiful, man. The work on these bottles is just ridiculous. I love the wax logo with the two guns in the middle. These bottles right here could use a little bit of work. They're not bad. They're not bad. But these two right here, man, even the rye, when I saw the rye. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the green and gold and kind of like I think it's got a tan wax in there. So the colors throw me off a little bit, but just the design of the bottle itself. And I did notice that when you look at the small batch, so when you look at the small batch, the flowers are like barely raised, and it's not a ton of them, right? But then when you look at the uncut, unfiltered, like it is just deep detail on each and every flower. And then when you get to these, it's like, okay, this is pretty much their just regular simple pour. It's just, it's basic glass with like just, you know, gold. And then you get to this one, it's done up just a little fancier. So it's almost like with every release that gets, you know, more expensive, they give you a more expensive bottle, a more detailed bottle. I think that's kind of how they do that. Now, I don't know for sure. I haven't contacted anyone from Smoke Wagon, so I really don't know. But anyway, let's get back to the pour. So let's get into the nose one more time. Yeah, it's got like these like this like red gummy candy, like strawberry gummy candy note on the nose. Cinnamon still comes across on the nose. Apple still comes across on the nose. And like I said, all of that transferred over to the palate, except for the apple, you know, but there is this drying quality to the palate. And the mouthfeel, I wouldn't say it's thin. I would say it's more along the lines of medium. It's not something that's going to really blow you away. Let's get back into the palate one more time. That's a really nice pour. I can't lie. 40 bucks. Brian, I can sip that all day. Now, he said that it was better than the Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. Now, I happen to have this little wiggle in because I did sample a little bit earlier today. And what I did notice is the Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered, this one right here, like I said, it was bottled in 2021. So, it didn't have as much heat on it. Now, I thought that this thing drank a little hotter. It seemed to have calmed down. Earlier today, it was my first drink of the day. It was kind of like a warm-up pour. I did kind of put them side by side to see if there was a little bit of a difference, and there happened to be a difference. Now, they're all batch products, so this Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered, this was batch number 126. It's just, even though they're pretty much the same in proof. Now, this one is 115.9, 57.95 ABV. This one is 115.04, so this is 57.54 ABV. But this one just seemed to drink hotter, like way hotter. It has calmed down tonight, but let's get these two side by side because I want to see if Brian was right. All right, let's get it in the nose. Oh, that's got more of that cherry gummy strawberry note on it, and it's. Oh, that is a nice nose. The nose seems richer on the Uncut Unfiltered. But it also has, like I described in that glass, like this, like almost like this gummy strawberry note. All right, let's get it on the palate. Very good. It doesn't, and it could be because it's only about, and I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it's only about here in the bottle. It's been in this bottle like this for some time. I'll probably say around 2020, since at least early 2023. It's probably been halfway or lower. So it's not as punchy. Still offers a great nose. Still offers great flavor. But at this point, I don't want to say that this is better than this. I do like a little bit of a bite. There earlier today, when I had a fresh pour of it, I did sense a little bit of a youthful note in the background. It wasn't something that you were like, oh my gosh, I can't drink that. I did not pick that up tonight on camera. Like I said, it may have mellowed out since those were pours earlier in the day, and I've kind of acclimated to those notes. But I definitely don't pick it up in this bottle. What I will say is this bottle actually drinks easier. This bottle drinks about 10 proof points higher than this bottle. At this point, like I said, if they were fresh cracks and I had them side by side, then I would give my, I would be able to give you more of an honest answer. At this point, with this one sitting for so long, I just don't want to say that it is better. However, tonight, yes, because of the liquid in the glass, it is better, but only possibly because this one has sat for so long with so much air in the bottle. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into the breakdown. So, is Smoke Wagon Desert Colt worth the chase? I am gonna have to say no. It's good. You don't need to run out and say, oh my gosh, I'm out of it, I gotta get me another bottle. It's good. It is a great $40 pour. Comes across, like I said, earlier today, maybe because it was the first drink of the day, it was a little spiky, a little hot, had a little bit of a youthful note in there. But tonight on camera, man, I am really enjoying like that gummy strawberry note that I'm picking up in that thing. And the apple on the nose was great, didn't transfer over to the palate. It was drying on the palate. Is it worth retail? I think this thing is, in today's day and age, a value pour. I mean, look, you're getting a high proof pour that comes across the palate with very good flavors, decent mouthfeel. At 40 something bucks, man, I think that's a little hard to beat, other than my Blue Note. To me, Blue Note is you get high proof 125 plus with that thing, 35 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that, depending on where you're at. So, that is kind of hard to beat, but this is definitely second in line. Who is this for? At 115.9 proof, I would definitely say this is for an intermediate to experienced bourbon drinker. The way it came off on my first pour of the day, not of the video, I would say I would not give this to anyone who is new to bourbon or a beginner bourbon drinker. Someone who is starting to, take in 100 proof products with no issues, can creep up to that 115, I would definitely give them this product right here. Will it always be on the bar? This is now at the Virginia ABC. So this will always be on the bar. And with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head it to a drop. Till next time.